Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about Linux directory service. So let's see that so that we'll get some idea. So usually before going to discussing Linux directory service, we can understand Windows so that we will get more idea Linux part. So let's take example. You have purchased laptop. Okay. When you purchase laptop, right, during that time, what will happen? You will get that C drive, and also you will get that downloads, and also you will get the desktop, documents, pictures, music, videos. These are the common default one, right? Similarly, when you create a EC2 instance, example, any server, guys, not only EC2, any server, default will be having the directories. Okay. Default will be having the directories. Those directories we can call it as a directory structure. Okay. We can see that first, later we can go with the server level and I can show you everything. First of all, slash means this is the root directory. So when you log into the server, right? When you give the slash, right? We can see that what are all the default directories. Whatever is default came when you log the EC2 instance, right? Those directories will be available in the slash only. Example, OPT directory. As I said earlier, I can show you later part OPT directory, root directory, okay, temp directory. There are multiple. We can see that one by one. First one, bin directory. Bin directory, it will be available user related binaries. Okay, in bin directory we can define that user related binaries. Okay, example, if you want to be define anything, example, you have installed Terraform also we can declare in the bin directory only. User local bin directory will be declared. Boot directory is nothing but server related bootloader files are available. Okay, if you want to be declare any boot files, right, you can declare inside that /boot. Usually this we won't be use it, but just for idea purpose I'm telling. Okay, fine. Next one is dev means it device files. You can define that the specific server related device files. If you want, you can declare. This one also we won't be use it in real time. Next one is etc. In etc directory, right, we can define that configuration files. In etc directory, if you want to be define any configuration files, will be declare here. Example, when you are setting up, example, you are installing that Nexus or JFrog, okay, Tomcat, right? Then we can define inside the TCT directory, we will be having the systemd system. There we can create that nexus.service, sonarkip.service will be created. Later also I will show you. This one will be used frequently, especially when you are setting up service level. Okay, fine. Now next one is home directory. Home directory is nothing but when you create any new user, right? Those particular users is available in the home directory only. Example, your EC2 instance, Amazon Linux, right? When you are login using EC2 instance, during that time we are giving EC2-user, right? The particular EC2-user also available in the home directory only. Okay. Next one is lib directory. Here we can define that system libraries, and another lib directory we have a lib64. Here we can define that system libraries only, but 64-bit related one. Okay, there are difference only. And media directory, if you want to be define any mount point for removable media, we can define this, but we won't be use this media as well when you use that Amazon EC2 instance. Clear, right? And MMT, if you want to be temporarily mount file system, we can use this particular MMT, but this one also very rarely we will be use it. You don't want to much worry on that. Okay. And next one is OPT directory. This is one of the most important, guys. If you are installing any tools, example, if you are installing Tomcat, Nexus, JFrog, okay, SonarKube, anything, right? Usually we'll be installing the OPT directory only. Any software, any applications will be installed in the OPT directory only. From this one, right, especially we'll be use it. One is etc, home directory, and OPT directory, this particular one. Okay, and the bin directory will be defined that binaries. Example, we can copy the Terraform file from your location to user local bin, so that you can run the particular Terraform command anywhere. Fine, right? Now you can go here, another one, and here few more we have proc. Process information. If you remember earlier, I have showcased that CPU info /cat/proc directory. Inside the proc directory, we have CPU info, memory info, right? Those process related information, we can check it in the proc directory. Next one is root directory. If you remember, when you log in, right, default you are in the root directory. From there you can, if you want to be switched from one directory to another directory, we can do that. This is a root user directory. Okay. Next one is sbin, system binaries. This one also system binaries. Okay, bin is nothing but binaries, user related. Sbin is nothing but system binaries. SRV. SRV is a service data. If you want to be defined, we can do that. But this one also, we won't be use it much. You don't want to worry. Next one is this. Here we can define that virtual file system related one. This one also we won't be use it. You can ignore that. Don't worry. And temp directory. So in case if you want to be store temporary files, right, you can use temp directory. This is depends on use cases, right? Sometimes if you want to be store that particular files, okay, or directories, any softwares, right, any tar file, zip file, we can store it in the temp directory if you want to be defined any temporarily. This depends on use cases. Will be use it, guys. Okay. Next one, USR. Okay, user program files we can define here. And next one is var. Here we can define that variable files. Example, when you install that Jenkins, right, during that time, the particular Jenkins default path is varlib Jenkins only. Varlib Jenkins. Okay, example I'm telling. Next one is last phone. This one we won't be misplaced data. We can declare. And here in this particular one, right, especially we'll be use it. One is where we'll be use especially. Okay, remaining this particular root by default will be used it. Remaining we won't be used much. Depends on use cases, we'll be use it. Okay, this is the Linux directory structure. But we saw that theory part, right? We can see the demo. I already logged into the EC2 instance. Currently, I'm in the EC2 instance. Now, if you see here, cd space slash. As I said, this is the root directory for this particular server. Cd slash enter. Now you can give ll command, and here you can see that all the whatever I discussed default directories, right? Default directories is available in this particular one only, cd slash. Okay, and here you can see that everything. Okay, we already saw that as bin, dev, etc, home directory, everything, right? Now remember one thing, guys. In case if you want to be go to this particular default directories, what you have to do, you need to give it. Just I'm back to cd. What you have to do, you need to give it slash opt. Remember, slash. You have to give the first slash, then you have to give it your Linux default directory one. Okay, understand, right? Example, if you're not giving this one, example, I'm giving cd opt. It is considered as a currently you are in the root directory. Inside the root directory, it is trying to check that opt directory. But in case if you want to be switched to default directory, right? Now what you have to do? Now what you have to do? You have to give the slash, and then you can give your directory name. What is the directory name? Example, I'm giving that opt. And here you can see that currently I'm in the opt. Understand, right? Now, in case if you want to switch to home directory, now you can go here cd space slash, and then you can give it your direct name. What is the direct name? Home. In case you can give slash also last, that is fine. Now, if you see here, currently you are in the home directory, and here you can see that your users, EC2-user. This particular server user is EC2-user, right? That's why here you can see that EC2-user. Understand, right? Any questions? Any questions? And also I'm going to the EC2 directory. etc also here we will be having that multiple, and here you can see the system day. Inside the system day, we will be having the system. There you can create that nexus.service, sonarkeeps.service, tomcat.service. We can declare here configuration related. Okay. Any questions now? Any questions? This part is clear, right? Similar, guys. Home directory, OPT I already discussed. Temp directory. You can go to the temp directory as well. Slash temp. Okay. Now here you can give ll command, and here you can see that in case if you want to be stored anything temporarily, right? We can use this particular temp directory. Understand, right? This is the Linux directory structure. You have to remember very well. And also, as I said, right? Usually will be used only few of the things. Use when we were on the on-premises, right? During that time, you have to know all the directory structure. But when it comes to the cloud, right? You don't want to much worry on that remaining part. Only whatever we are discussing currently, right? So whatever I highlighted, etc, home directory, opt. Okay, those things we will be using. Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with files. Let's say the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right? And here we have a GitHub repository day 2, and here you can see that working with files. And I already written that in detail documentation. We can also see the demo as well so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have one EC2 instance. I already connected the particular EC2 instance. First, we can see that working with files, touch command. In case if you want to be create any empty file, we can use touch command. Before going to use touch command, we can compare with Windows so that you will get some idea. Usually, right, this is my laptop. In case if you want to be create any file, right, what we will do, right click and you can click new, and here we can see the test document. Now here you can click and then here we can give it uh, today new example. Just you can create, right? Similarly, in case if you want to be create file in the Linux, right? We can use the empty file. We can use touch command. Understand, right, what I'm saying? Here I have created in Windows, right click on the new, and I have created the test documentation empty file. Similarly, if you want to be create in Linux, right, we can use touch command. First, I'm giving LL command. If you see here, currently we don't have anything. Now I'm giving here touch, and I'm giving that example M1 file. Okay, file name is M1. Now you can enter. If you see here, LL command, and here it is the file is created. Okay, how do we know whether it is file or not? Here you can see that hyphen means it is a file. D means directory. Okay, L means soft link. Understand, right? Earlier we already discussed. Now if you see here, we already created. In case if you want to be create multiple files in the single command. Okay, multiple empty files using single command. How do we do? For that one, right, you can use touch M2, M3, M4, M5, M6. Okay. Now, if you see here, I have given that M2 space. It means it is considered as a one file, second file, third file, fourth file, fifth file, like that. Now you can enter. Now, if you see here, you can see that M1, M2, M3, M5, M6 created. Understand, right? This is the process of creating. In case if you want to be create a empty file, you can use touch command. Okay, super. So what is the next one? Next one is cat command. Cat command usually, if you want to be see the content, you can use the cat command. Or in case if you want to be update the command, I mean, if you want to be update the content of the inside the file, right? We can use the cat command. Again, I'm repeating, guys. Cat command. If you want to be see the content of the particular file, we can use cat command. Second option is in case if you want to be add or remove the content. Okay, if you want to be update the content of the particular file, right? We can use cat command. Okay. Now, if you see here, now what I'm going to do, I'm giving cat M1 file. So usually what I said, cat space file name, it will be display the content of inside this particular M1 file. Usually this M1 is empty, right? If you see here, enter. If you see here, you are not able to get anything. It means this particular M1 file, it contains that empty data. That's why you are not seeing any data. Now, I wanted to add the content inside the particular file. How do we do? Okay. For that one, cat greater than example, I'm giving that M1 file. Remember, in case this particular inside the file, if you want to be added, cat space greater than you have to give it, and then you can give the file name. Okay. Now you can enter. Now here what I'm doing, I'm giving here hello, enter. I am Muralidhara Reddy. Okay, example, I'm adding this content. Okay. Now, if you want to be save it, right, enter. Now you can give Control D. If you give the Control D, right, what will happen? Whatever you have written here, right, it will be saved to M2, M1 directly. Now you can give Control D. Now, if you see here, it is saved it. Now you can give the LL command. Here we have a file. Now what I'm giving here, cat M1 file. Now you can enter. If you see here, earlier it was empty. Now we have added cat greater than M1 file. So then I have added this content. Hello, I'm Muralidhara Reddy. Now I'm able to see that content inside the M1 file. Understand, right? Now I wanted to update again. I wanted to add a few more data inside the particular M1 file. So example, if we give it here, cat greater than M1. Okay, cat greater than M1. Now you can enter. And here I'm giving that I am from Hyderabad. Example I'm giving. Okay, I'm from Hyderabad, and then you can give it enter Control D. Now, if you see here, earlier inside this cat command, we have a the particular M1 file. We have a hello, I'm Muralidhara Reddy. Now again, I am adding this particular one. I am from Hyderabad. Now we can see whether existing data, new data, both are available or not. Okay. Now you can give it cat, and you can give the M1 file. Now if you see here, currently I'm able to see only I am from Hyderabad. Here you have to remember, if you use cat greater than m1 command, okay, if it is already existing data available inside that particular file, everything will be deleted. Whatever you are going to add it new one, right? That particular one only available inside the m1 file. Understand, right? Understand, right? That is one of the major I mean, what you can say, like when you are using cat command, you have to be careful, because in case this particular m1 file, it is contain the sensitive data, but you are trying to add extra one, but here you gave that a cat greater than m1. Here the data, whatever latest data available, existing data is gone. Okay, once existing data is gone, right, you can't revert back. Understand, right? Okay, fine. Now this part is clear. Now you may ask question, Murli, is it possible to append existing data and current new one as well? Is it possible? Example, here we have I am from Hyderabad in the M1 file. Now I need to add extra one. Okay. How do we do? For that one, right, what you have to do? You need to give it cat greater than greater than. We have to give the two greater thans and file name. Now if you see here, two greater thans and file name, now you can enter, and here I'm giving that I am a DevOps trainer. Example I'm giving. Okay. Now enter, Control D. Now if you see here, in M1 file, we gave the greater than. Earlier it was I am from Hyderabad. Now I added that I am DevOps trainer. Okay. Now you can give it cat, and then you can give the M1 file, and here you can see that existing data is available, and also whatever new data also appended. When you use that greater than two greater thans, right? If you give any file name, inside the particular file name, existing data will be there, and also whatever you are going to add the new data, that data also will be appended to the existing file when you use the cat greater than. So be careful when you are using cat command to add extra content, right? Be careful. Okay. Usually in real time, highly recommend cat command to see the content only. Instead of updating the content, don't use cat command. We have other possibilities. Later sometime I will explain that. Understand, right? This is the one of the major what you can say, like we have to be careful when you are using cat command, when you are doing greater than m1, greater than m1. Okay, if you give that, if you are updating, right, if you are not giving two greater than, existing data will be gone. That's why please be careful on that. Okay, clear. So cat command is clear, and touch command is clear, but you may ask question, Murli, you are saying cat command only you can use for see the content, don't use for updating the content. So what is the other possibilities? For that one, right, we can use either VI or VAM. VI, VAM both same only. If you use the VAM, little bit colorful when you're typing anything. Okay, so VI, VAM. So this VI or VAM is visual editor. It means like if you want to be edit anything, right? So if you want to be edit anything, the specific file, we can use VI, VAM. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the VAM. Let's see. So now you can go here. Now you can Control L, and currently I'm in here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, let me increase a little bit font size as well, if you don't mind. Okay, appearance, change, and here I'm giving that 20, so that it will be bigger picture and you can understand. I mean, you can able to see it easily. Okay, fine. Now what I'm going to do, if you give the LL command, here we have a M1, M2, M3, M5, M6. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create the Murli file, VAM, and then you can give it Murali. Understand, right? VAM space Murli. Usually this Murli file is available? No. Now what will happen? Let's see. VAM space, and you have to give the file name. Enter. Remember, if Murli file is not available, if you are opening first time that particular Murli file, if it is not created already, then what it will show, right? Here it will show that Murli then new. It means it is going to create. Once you save this content, right, this particular file, right, it will be create and it will be update the content. Understand that? What I'm saying, if it is already existing file, it will show that how much data is available inside that particular one. But in our case, Murli file is not exist. Then what will happen, right? When you use the VAM command, the data will be updated automatically. I mean, the particular file will be created automatically. Okay, that's why it is showing here new file, because this Murli file not exist earlier. That's why. Okay, now here you can see that now we need to add the content. Now what you have to do? Now you can give it I. I is nothing but insert. When you give the I, right, here you can see that insert mode. Insert mode means you can write anything here. You can write anything. Example, I'm writing here, hello, I am Murli. I am from Hyderabad, HYD. I am a DevOps trainer. Example I'm writing. Okay. Now we have written the data. Okay, super. Everything's clear. Now you need to save it. If you see here, currently we have insert mode only. Insert mode means if you type anything, it will be written here. Now we need to exit from this particular insert mode. Then you need to save that particular one. For that one, what you have to do, here you have a escape, right? In your tab, in your laptop, right? You have a escape. So now you can click escape. When you click the escape, right? Here insert mode will be gone. Remember, when you click the escape, insert mode will be gone. It means if you're trying to add it anything, right, it won't be added inside the file. Whatever data is available, this one only. In case if you want to add it again, now you have to give the I means insert mode. But here we have used that escape. So the insert mode, we back to normal. Now what you have to do, we need to save it. How do we do? Shift colon WQ explanatory. Remember, shift colon. Okay, shift colon W. W is nothing but save. Q is nothing but quit. Explanatory is nothing but forcefully quit. What is the meaning of this? It will be save it quickly and it is forcefully. It will save the file and quit that one. Understand that? W means save. Q means quit. Explanatory means forcefully. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, now you can give the LL command and here you can see that Murali file is created. Okay. Now we need to check whether the content is added or not. Now what you can do? Cat, you can give Murali. Now if you see here you can see that content is available because we use that VAM. From using VAM, we have added the content and we have saved it. Okay, super. Now what I'm going to do? Now I need to add extra data inside that particular Murali file. Now what you can do? VAM, you can give Murali. Okay. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, earlier it was showcasing the new one, but currently Murali file already existing. Inside the Murali file, we have a content. That's why it is showing that 3L means we have a 3 lines. Okay. 56 bytes. We have total data is 56 bytes. That's why it is showing that 56. Now what you have to do? Now what you have to do? If you want to be save, add the content, right? Insert mode, enter. Okay. You can learn DevOps from techworldwithmurali.com. Okay. Now here just example I have mentioned my website name techworldwithmurali.com. Okay. Now we have added. Now if you want to be save it, what you have to do? We need to escape. Now insert mode is gone. Now what you have to do? Shift to colon WQ. Okay. Explanatory means it is forcefully quit. Now you can see it here. Now you can give it here LL command. Murali file is available. Now I'm checking that cat command Murali. Now here you can see that. Here you can see that the particular data is available. Okay. Now whatever we have added extra also we can able to see it here. Okay, super. Now what you have to do? Now what I'm going to do? I'm going to open again Murali file, insert mode. Okay. This is my number. Example I have written +91 7893121036. Sorry. Okay, anyway, just I'm writing the content. Okay, this is my number. Just I have written. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? I'm not saving this content. I don't want to save it. Now I have written this one, but I don't want to save it. What you have to do? Now you can give escape command and here shift. Don't give the W. W means it will be saved. But now what you have to do? Whatever you have written the content here. Okay, you don't want to save it. What you have to do? You need to skip that one. I mean, you need to quit that particular one. You don't want to save it. Then what you have to do? Shift colon Q explanatory. Q means quit. It won't be saved. Explanatory means forcefully it will quit. Okay. And here you have to remember, guys. Again, I'm repeating. Here. What you have to do? Now we have saved it. Okay. Now you can go here, cat Murali, and here you can see that whatever we were trying to add in the particular content, right? This is my contact number, right? So that particular one not saved. The reason is we haven't saved it. We haven't given the colon W. W means save. But here we gave that just Q. Q means quit. Explanatory means forcefully quit. Understand, right? So that is the thing. Okay. Any questions here? Any questions here? You are good, right? Fine, super awesome. Now what is the next step? What is the next step. Now what I'm going to do, now here we are giving that Murli, okay, and here I'm trying to add extra lines, just showcasing purpose. Okay, now you can give it, just add it some data. Okay, okay, okay. Now I have written, now I'm saving this one, shift WQ explanatory, Q explanatory. Okay, now I'm checking that whether it is added or not. If you see here, the content was added. Okay, awesome. Now what you have to do, now you can open that VAM, okay, and Murli file, and here example, I need to delete this particular one. Okay, now here we have a multiple commands. DD means example, here we have a this one. Okay, just I'm giving DD. You remember, guys, I'm not in the insert mode. Okay, now I need to delete this particular one, SJKH, entire line. Now what you have to do, now you can give DD. If you give the DD, right, entire line, that particular whatever content, right, everything will be deleted. Now I want to delete only single letter, that is S. Okay, then what you have to do, DL means it will be delete the letter. Okay, it means currently my cursor is available in quotation, right? Single quotation. So if you give the DL, it will be delete that particular letter. Understand, right? DD means entire line it will be delete. DL means it will be delete the only specific letter. Okay. Example, I mean if you see here, it is a highlighter, right? L. If you give the DL, it will be deleted that particular one. Now I'm in the K. If you give the DL, it is deleted. Understand, right? Fine. Now in case if you want to be delete the word. Okay. Now if you see here we have a multiple words. SK is word, JK is word, KHS K word. There are multiple words, right? Now what I'm going to do? Now here if you see here, I'm in the SK word. Okay. Now what I'm giving? DW. Okay, DW is nothing but delete word. Delete word means it will be delete this particular word. Okay, DW. If you see here, DW, it is deleted. Now, if you give the again DW, right, entire word will be deleted. Remaining words will be there. Only this particular specific word will be deleted. Now, again, I'm giving DW. If you see here, deleted. Understand that? DD means entire line will be deleted. DL means it will delete the letter. DW means it will delete the word. If you want to do that one, right, you can do that one. Okay, fine. Now example, this particular file is shell script file or Python script file. Okay, now you are trying to explain to your team member. Now you are saying like, hey, this is the one. Okay, but they are not understanding. Instead of that one, what you can do, right? When you are explaining, right, you can set the numbers. You can set the number so that you can easy to explain them. Hey, you can check that 27 number, the particular 27 number we are facing the issue. So they can easy to understand, okay, 27 number, this is the one, skip. They can understand easily. So how do we set the number? For that one, right? Now, you should not be in the insert mode. Okay, now you can give shift colon set NU. Okay, set NU, enter. Now, if you see here, set NU means, again I'm repeating, colon set space NU. NU means number. And here you can see that total 20 numbers. Now you can explain, hey, Suresh, you can check that 8 number, and here we are facing this issue. Hey, here, you can check that 14 number, we are facing this issue. Now you can easy to explain them, right? That's why when you are explaining to anyone, right, if you have a, the script is lengthy, okay, then what you can do, right, highly recommend set that set number so that you can see it here. Remember, it won't be save that numbers. Just you can, when you use this one, you can explain this one. Okay. Now you can enter shift WQ. Now if you see here, cat, now if you give the Murli again, it won't be available the numbers. Only during that time only it will be display that you can able to see the numbers, guys. Okay. It won't be saved. It won't be append. Okay. Understand, right? Any questions this one? Any questions this one? This is the one of the most important, guys. Again, I'm repeating. Usually touch command for empty files and cat command if you want to see the content. Also, you can add the content as well, but it is not recommended. Alternatively, you can use either VA or VM. VAM, both commands are same only. Only difference is when you use the VAM, right? When you are writing any Python script, shell scripting, right? It will be highlight that particular words, everything. Okay. Understand, right? Fine. Now, alternatively, we are also having that nano command as well. Okay. Usually nano command little bit tricky, but just I want to show you how it will be the particular one. I'm not going to in detail because we don't require also. Usually in real time also we'll be use the VAM only. Okay. Guys, again, I'm repeating, you can use VAR, VAM or Nano, anything is fine, but I highly recommend VAM. Okay. Now Nano, and then here I'm giving that Murli file. Now you can enter. If you see here, it will become like this. Okay. Now in case if you want to be, if you need any help, you can give G. If you want to be write outright, you can go. If you want to be read file, you can give R. If you want to be exit right, you can give X. If you want to be replace, everything here you can see that. But this is a little bit tricky compared to VAM. So highly recommend you can use the VAM only. Now I need to exit, right? Now what you can do? Control X. Okay. When we give the control X, right, you can exit from the particular nano one. Understand, right? Understand, right? Any questions? Again, I'm repeating, this is one of the most important, guys. Touch cat VM. We frequently will be use this commands, and also interview level they may ask question, what is the usage of cat command? What is the difference between cat greater than, cat greater than? Okay. When to use. Okay, clear, right? But I highly recommend, usually in real time, highly recommend cat command just to see the content purpose, you can use it, but don't use for updating the content. The reason, in case if you instead of giving the two greater than, if you give the single greater than, right, entire existing data will be gone. Once it's gone, right, you can't revert back. Okay, it is not like in Windows we have a recycle bin, you can restore it, but not in Linux. Linux, we know we don't have any possibility. Understand, right? Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with directories. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right, here we have a DevOps 0 to hero day 2. Already we have it working with the directories. I already written that documentation. Okay, let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. How do we do? Okay. So for that one, I already connected to that EC2 instance Linux server. Now what we need to do, right? What we need to do, we are going to discussing working with directories. If you want to be create a directory, we can use mkdir. Make directory is nothing but you can create the specific directory. So before going to create the directory, just example I'm going to show you for Windows so that you will get some idea. As I said earlier, in Windows we can call it as a folder. For Linux we can call it as a directory, correct? So now what you have to do, how do we create the folder in the Windows? You can click right click and then you can go here new, and here you can see that the folder. Example I'm giving here DevOps projects. Okay, example I have given this one. So if you see here, we create a right click and we selected a new and we have created the folder. Similarly, if you want to be create a directory in the Linux, right, we need to use the mkdir command. What you have to do, we need to create the mkdir. So for that one, you can go here. Currently, we don't have any directory. As I said, -, is nothing but file. Okay, now we need to create the directory. Example, I'm going to give it mkdir. Okay, mkdir Suresh. Example, I'm giving that Suresh. mkdir Suresh. Now you can enter here, and here you can see that mkdir Suresh. Understand, right? Fine. Now, if you see here, directory is created. How do we know whether it is directory or not? As I said, D is nothing but directory. If you see here, D is nothing but directory. Okay, fine. Now, directory is created. Suresh directory is created. Okay. Now, I need to create the subdirectories as well. Example, mkdir. Okay, mkdir Naresh. Okay, Sunil and Siva. If you see here, sorry, Naresh. Okay, mkdir Naresh directory. Inside the Naresh, we have a Sunil. Inside the Sunil, we need to create the Siva directory. Now, if you see here, we don't have a Naresh directory, and we don't have inside the Naresh directory, we are trying to create the Sunil directory, but we don't have a Naresh directory. Let's see what will happen. Now we can enter. If you see here, when I try to create a multiple subdirectories using mkdir command, here you are getting that cannot create a directory. The reason, no such file or directory. The reason, here this particular Naresh directory we don't have. That's why it is not able to create the Sunil directory. Sunil directory is not available inside that Naresh directory. That's why Siva directory is not creating. So understand that if you want to be create subdirectories as well, whether the existing directories main directories available or not doesn't matter. I need to create that. Then what you have to do, you need to give the mkdir -p. Okay, -p parent. Okay, now here you can give it Suresh. Okay, Sunil, Siva. If you see here, now I have given that -p. Okay, earlier I haven't given, that's why it is throwing this no such file or directory. Now I'm giving mkdir-p Naresh directory. Inside Naresh directory we have a Sunil directory. Inside the Sunil directory we have a Siva directory. I mean, it is going to be created. Okay, understand that? Now you can enter. Now if you see here, you are not seeing any error. Now whether it is created or not, we can verify. For that one, you can give ll command, and here you can see it. Naresh directory is created. Now you can go here. Inside the Naresh directory, we can see that Sunil directory also created. Okay, inside the Sunil directory, you can see that Siva directory also created. Okay, now you can go here, Siva directory. Now you can give pwd. If you see here in the root directory, we have a Naresh directory. Inside the Naresh directory, we have a Sunil directory. Inside the Sunil directory, we have a Siva directory. Understand, right? In case if you want to be create subdirectories, then what you have to do? You need to give the mkdir-p parent. Okay, then you have to give the directory name. If it directly exists, inside the directory, it will be create the subdirectory. If it does not exist main directory, right, then what will happen? It will be create, and then it will create the subdirectories as well. It means earlier it was created, Naresh directory is not available, it was created. Then inside the Naresh directory, it is created the Sunil directory. Inside the Sunil directory, it is created the Siva directory. Understand, right? This is the one of the most important. We frequently create the directories and subdirectories. So you should be aware of this one. I hope understand, right? Any questions now? Now we are going to discussing about working with CP and MV commands. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So for that one, right? And here we have a DevOps Zero to Hero Linux day 2. And here I already written that README file as well, everything documentation part. We can see the demo so that you will get some idea. So I'm in the EC2 instance currently, and here you can see that M1, M2, Murli, Naresh, other files. So before going to discussing this CP command, first we can understand in Windows. Usually, right, in case if you want to be copy from one location to another location, what you will do? You will be select this one, copy Control C, and you can paste, right? So that is the one option. Example, you can paste here. I'm pasting here. If you see here, it is pasted. Similarly, in case if you want to be copy another way, right click, and then here you can see that copy. There are two options, right? Similarly, in case if you want to be copy directory or file from one location to another location, then what you have to do? You can use the CP command. Example, I'm using CP command and M1 file. I'm copying to OPT directory. Remember, in root directory, we have a M1 file. Okay. Now what I'm doing, CP M1, this is the file. I'm copying to OPT directory. Okay. Now you can enter. If you see here, it is copied. Remember, if you copy, right, still existing in the source path, and also you can go to the OPT directory, and here you can see that M1 file. Understand, right? M1 file available. Any questions here? Understand, right? CP command, it will be copy from one location to another location. Remember, guys, when you use the copy, still source path also the file is available. Understand, right? Fine. Now you can go again, cd. Now you are in the root directory. Now you can give ll command. Now what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to copy this Naresh directory to the OPT directory. This is our Naresh directory, right? I need to copy to OPT directory. How do we do? For that one, CP Naresh, and then you can give space OPT directory. It means it is copying from Naresh directory, copy to OPT directory. Understand, right? Now you can enter. Now if you see here you are getting that -r is not specified, omitting directory. Remember, in case if you want to be copy directly from one location to another location, what you have to do? You need to give the -r. -r is nothing but recursively. Okay, cp-r on the Naresh directory, and then I'm copy to OPT directory. Now you can enter, and here you can see that Naresh directory, copy to OPT directory. Understand, right? Fine. Now you can go here, OPT directory, ll command, and here you can see that this is Naresh directory. Okay. Now it is copied from root directory to OPT directory. We use cp-r. Again, I'm repeating, in case if you want to be copy directly from one location to another location, what you have to do? You need to give the cp-r. You have to provide the -r. Understand, right? Okay, super. This part is clear, right? Any questions? Any questions? No. Okay, super. Now what is the next one? MV command. MV command, in case if you want to be rename file or directory, or if you want to be moved from one location to another location, we can use the MV command. Usually, right, in Windows, MV command is nothing but you can go, and here, right, MV command is nothing but in Windows we can call it as a cut. It means it will be moved from one location to another location. If you see here, I'm cut this one, it is completed. Now if you go and check it, place it, right, it is replaced. Understand, right? Now if you go and check it in the source, right, it won't be available because we did the cut command. Similarly, in Linux also, if you want to be moved from one location to another location, we can use MV command. And also in Windows, right, if you want to be renamed, right, what you can do, just you can click this one, and here you can give it new test. Okay. Similarly, in Linux, if you want to be rename it, then what you have to do? If you want to be rename it, what you have to do? We can use the MV command. Example, I'm going to show you. Currently, we have M1 file. Now, what I wanted to do, right? I want to rename to M1 to mass. Okay, M1 to mobile. Example, I'm doing. If you see here, M1 MV command. Okay, M1 to mobile. It means whatever M1 file is available, it is renamed to mobile. Now you can enter, and here you can give it LL command, and here you can see that mobile. Understand, right? Understand, right? Earlier it was M1 file. Now I used MV command to rename from M1 to mobile. I have renamed it. Remember, here we gave it same location. That's why it is renamed. Okay. Similarly, in case if you want to be renamed Naresh directory, right? Now here you can see it. MV Naresh. Okay. Naresh to Teja. Enter. Now, if you see here, it is renamed from Naresh to Teja. Okay. Understand, right? If it is in the same location, it will be renamed. Now, in case you move from one location to another location, you can use MV command only. Example, I want to move this mobile file to OPT directory. If you see here, M mobile, remember, if you give any path other than this current directory path, if you give any other path, it means it will act as a move. Okay, it will be act as a move. When you use the MV command mobile, currently I'm moving to OPT directory. I'm not in the same directory, right? That's why it will be move it. In case if you are not giving, just here you are giving that here you are giving that Muni example. It means from mobile to Muni it will be renamed. But if you give the different path, okay, it will be considered as a move. Okay, MB mobile file I'm moving to OPT directory. Now we can enter. Now if you see here LL command, current directory we don't have that mobile file. The reason we use MV command to move from one location to another location. Now you can go ahead and check it in the OPT directory. Now you can give it here LL command, and here you can see that mobile file is moved from root directory to OPT directory. Understand, right? Any questions? Any questions? Now you can go again root directory. Here you can see that Teja. Now I need to move from this particular Teja root directory to OPT directory. Similar, guys. MV Teja directory. I'm moving to OPT directory. Example, I'm showcasing that OPT directory. In your case, you can give any path. Okay. Now you can enter. Now if you see here in current directory, we don't have Teja directory. Now if you go and check it in the OPT directory, right? Here it is moved to OPT directory from root directory to OPT directory. Here you can see the Teja directory. Understand, right? Any questions now? Any questions now? So this is the CP and MV command. Now we are going to discussing about working with soft link, hard link, and inode number. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. And here in the day 2, we already written that documentation. Please have a look once demo is complete. Okay. So now we can see the demo. First of all, right, I already connected server, and here you can see that soft link. Soft link and shortcut both are same. Usually, I will show you one example in Windows so that you will get some idea. Example, if you take Google Chrome, usually this is shortcut link. If you go and check that size, right, show more options and go to that properties and go to the details, right? And here you can see that total size is 2.15 KB only. Okay. Usually our Google Chrome size is very high. Maybe it is 50 MB, 200 MB, something. But if you see here shortcut link, it is a 2.15 KB MB. How it is working? The reason our original file, our original file is available. One second. You can go here again, right click, go to the show more options, properties, and here you can see that target directory, and here you can see C drive, program files, Google Chrome application. There we have a chrome.exe file. From this is the original file. From this particular original file, it is created the shortcut link. When you click this one, internally it is calling this particular original file, and it is open our Google Chrome. If you see here, this is Google Chrome, it is open. Understand, right? It means what I'm saying, soft link or shortcut link, the original file is available somewhere. Okay, I can create the soft link in Linux. I can create the shortcut link in Windows. So wherever required. Example, in Windows, in desktop, it is already created the Google Chrome. Similarly, if you want to be, in case if you have any file or directory in Linux, if you have any file or directory is available somewhere, you wanted to create the soft link, you can create it. Example, if you go here, okay, and here you can see that we have a Murli file. Murli file usually it is contain that multiple data. If you see here, I already added some data, and this is here we can see that there are multiple data. Now, and if you see here, we have a 230 KB. Okay, now what you have to do, from this particular original file, I wanted to create the soft link. Soft link or shortcut link, both are same only. Usually in Linux, in Windows, we will be call it as a shortcut link. In Linux, we can call it as a soft link. Okay, clear. Now, how do we do? For that one, right, what you can do, from this particular Murli file, I need to create the soft link. ln-s. -s is nothing but soft link. And here you can see that Murli. From Murli, I'm creating that. From Murli, I'm creating Naresh. If you see here, I'm creating that Naresh. It means I'm creating, this is my original file, and this is a soft link. Okay, original file is available here in the same location. Soft link also I'm going to create in the same location, or you can create in the different location also. Anything is fine. But for demo purpose, I'm creating soft link also in the same location, so that you can understand easily what is the size, everything. Okay, fine. Now you can enter here. Now if you see here, ln-s, here you can see that Murli file is available 230 KB, but soft link is available only 6 KB. Okay, how do we identify whether it is soft link or not? If you see here, L is nothing but soft link. L is nothing but soft link, and this is a soft link name, and this is original file. This is original file. Remember one thing, in case if you delete the original file, right, soft link won't be work. The reason, every data, entire data is available in the original file, right? That is the Murli file, it is available. If you delete this Murli file, soft link won't be work. And also, we can create the soft link for both Linux, both files and directories. Currently, I have showcased for file, right? Now I will show you that directory as well. Understood, right? Again, I'm repeating, soft link you can create for both Linux, what is that? File and directory. Okay, if you delete that original file, it won't be work the soft link. There is no use of soft link if you delete the original file or original directory. Understand, right? And one more thing, when you create the soft link, it will be create the inode number. Okay, both original file and soft link name, both are different inode numbers. Later sometime I will show you that particular one. Understood, right? Understood, right? This is my original file, and this is my soft link of soft link. Okay, fine. For the particular file name is Murli. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you for Suresh directory as well. For directory also we can create, right? As I said, we can create the soft link for directory as well. If you see here, directory we have a 107 KB. Now what I'm going to do, for this particular Suresh directory, I'm going to create the soft link. How do we do? ln-s. Here you can give Suresh. Okay, and then here I'm giving from Suresh to DevOps. Example, I'm giving that from Suresh, this is the directory. From Suresh to I'm giving the DevOps directory. I'm creating the soft link DevOps directory from this particular original directory Suresh. Now you can give enter. Now if you give the ll command, and here you can see that Suresh directory is available here. The size is 107 KB, and then here you can see that DevOps directory, that is the soft link. The size is 7 KB only. And also here you can see that L means soft link. Whether even if you create the soft link for directory, you can see it here L only. L means soft link, and here you can see that whether this is file or directory, it will be decided based on this one. If you see here, this is the directory and we created the soft link. Understood, right? So understood, right? Soft link, what are the major uses of? In real time, usually, right? You may install that Java in some location in Linux server. From there, if you want to be use that particular Java wherever required, right, we can create the soft link as well for the particular Java. That is one of the option. I mean, one of the real-time use case. Understand, right? Fine. What is the next one? Hard link. Hard link is nothing but it will act as a mirror. Example, in case if I create the hard link for this particular Murli file. Okay, Murli, we have a 230 KB, right? If you create a hard link for this particular Murli file, what will happen? Same size of that particular one, it will be created. Example, I'm going to create LM, and then you have to give that file name. Okay, and then I'm giving here example Murli to Muni. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? Murli is the original file, and then Muni is the hard link. Now you can enter here LL command. If you see here, Murli size 230 KB and Muni size also 230 KB, and also here you can see the same permissions, same timing also, same timing. If you see here, currently I'm giving that date is, my timing is 5:14. But if you see here, Murli file, this is the time. But when I create a new one, right, it should be come to this particular this time, right, 5:14. But here you can see that whatever original file is available date and time, right, same thing only it will come. It will act as a mirror, including permissions, everything. Okay, how do we identify whether this is a hard link or not? Okay, in hard link, right, usually both original and hard link file name is inode number is same only. I will show you later sometime so that you will get some idea. And one more thing you have to remember. One more thing you have to remember. If you update in the Murli file, it is automatically update to if you update in the Muni file, right, it is automatically update to Murli. The reason what I'm saying, it is mirroring. It means if you update in vice versa, if you update in Murli file, it is automatically updated to Muni. If you update in Muni file, it is automatically update to Murli as well. Understand, right? Fine. Now here you may ask question, Murli, can I create the hard link for directory? No, you can't create. I will show you that. If you see here we have it Suresh directory, right? Now I'm giving that Suresh directory to example. I'm giving that AWS. Now you can enter. When I'm trying to create, okay, a hard link for directory, it is showing that hard link not allowed for directory. It means you can't create the hard link for directory. Okay, understand, right? Again, I'm repeating, soft link, you can create a soft link for both files and directory. But when it comes to that hard link, right, you can create only for particular file. Understand, right? These two, I hope you understood these two, soft link and hard link. One of the most important guys in intro level, what is the soft link, hard link, and inode number? You have to explain properly. Okay, fine. This one, it will act as a mirror. Hard link is nothing but it will act as a mirror. If you update in the Muni file, it is automatically updated to Murli. If you update in Murli file, it is automatically updated to Muni. And here you can't identify whether which one is original file. And also, if you delete the Murli also, this Muni will be work because it will act as a mirror, right? Same data is available, so it won't be cause any issue. But in soft link, if you delete the original file, that is the Murli file, this soft link, it won't be work because original file, entire data is available in the original file. Okay, only we created the shortcut link. It means soft link. Okay, clear. Now we can discuss about inode number. Inode number is nothing but each and every file and directory, it will be assigned the one ID. Okay, one number it will be assigned. Example, if you see here, LSF1 I is nothing but inode number. It will be display the inode number. Each whatever currently we have these files and directories, right? It will be displayed. Enter. Now you can enter. Now if you see here, we have entered this one. And here you can see that example. First I'm going to show you soft link. Here you can see that Murli is the original file. Original file ID, if you see here, 9133167. Okay. Now, if you go and check it that Naresh, this is a soft link of Murli file, right? And here you can see that the ID is different, 9133153. This is the 167, but this one is 153. It means whether in soft link, right, whether it is file or directory, inode numbers are different. How do we identify whether it is soft link or not? only it will be decide L. L means soft link. Okay, clear. Soft link you understood. inode numbers also you understood. Both are for file and directory. We'll be having that inode numbers are different. Okay, and coming to that hard link. Hard link, as I said, this particular Murli and Muni both are original files only. Okay, it will act as a mirroring and it will showcase that timing when it was created, even though your time is different. When you create a soft link, hard link, so whatever existing file permissions, okay, and also timing, everything it will be come. Okay, now how do we identify whether it is hard link or not? For that one, right, if you see here, usually this Murli is the original file and Muni is the hard link. Now if you go and check it here, Muni and Murli inode numbers are same. So based on this one, you can identify whether it is hard link or not. Okay, and you may ask question, Murli, is it possible to know original file? You can't identify until unless you created. Example, we created a Murli file. This is the original one. From this, we created the hard link. But if someone is came and see, right, if is both are timings also same, permissions also same, and inode numbers also same, you can't identify. Okay, understand, right? Again, I'm repeating one more thing. If you delete that Murli file, original one, this particular hard link it will be work because both are it will act as a, I mean it is working as a mirroring. Okay, the original data both in Muni and Murli is available. If you update in the Muni file, it is automatically updated to Murli. If you update in the Murli, it is automatically updated to Muni as well. Understand, right? This hard link we may not be used much, but sometimes we may use the soft link, especially for example, as I said earlier, if you install that multiple Java versions in the Linux server. If you want to be use soft link for Java 8, soft link for Java 11, soft link for Java 17, we can use it. And one thing you have to remember, this is the one of the most important question in interview. Hey Murli, can you please tell me about what is soft, hard link and inode number? You have to tell. Can I create a file and directory for soft link? Can I create the soft link for files and directories? Yes, you can create. Can I create the hard link for directories, files and directories? No, we can create only for file. We can create we can create the hard link for only for files, not the directories. Okay, how do we identify whether it is soft link or not? If it is soft link, you can see that L means soft link. If you delete the original file in the soft link won't be work. But when it comes to the hard link, right? If you delete the original file also, hard link will be work because that is a mirroring. That's why. Okay, any questions now? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. And also we have a Tech World with Murali website. In this website, I already publish all the DevOps related courses, DevOps, AWS, Kubernetes, Terraform, Helm, okay, DevOps hands-on project, networking, everything. Here we have a 1 month, 6 months, 1 year plans available. If you want, you can enroll here. If you still have any question, feel free to comment. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.